reach my goals. I be walking with a slime nose, and I'm also walking with my side hole. Only time I be walking when I'm on the moon, so I feel like Michael. I was talking to my little slime, that's a little lizard called a Geico. In reality, I'm 5'4", set on my money now, 6'6". Hit her once, now she dismissed. Can't run back from Carolina, and I come right back from New Orleans, 'cause I can't forget the times I held you and all those songs you sang with me. All those songs you sang with me. With my hands high, never felt that I belong. Stand my ground at all costs.
Yo, what it do, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with another installment, so let's get into this shit. First day, SPD day. First SPD day where I haven't actually felt like death. So you can see I hit a pretty respectable high bar squat. I transitioned like last week into these. So I hit 290 for RP7, which is pretty good. I mean, my best high bar is 314 in the meet. And I've been having some trouble trying to find my groove on this one. Kind of feels like uncomfortable in the bottom of the hole since I have like awful mobility in my ankles. It feels like I'm just gonna like fall over, and it's also really hard for me to keep my elbows under the bar and not like good morning the weight. And you can see here it's supposed to be 2x6, but I actually did 7 reps here because I can't count because I didn't pass kindergarten. But I mean, these felt really solid. I was actually really surprised with how these moved and how these felt. High bar is really weird. Like my RP7s and 6s look like RP8s just because I'm focused so much on slow descent that I have a slow ascent as well. But I feel like I can grind them out really well. It's really hard to keep like my form tight and not have Snap City form like I usually do. But we're working with what we got. So squats went really well. Bench went alright. After squats my quads are so sore that I can't really get into position with my arch. But I hit 210. 210 was pretty good. I mean, it's nothing too big, nothing too small. But this felt really smooth. Probably should have paused for longer, but that's going to be also a topic for the remainder of the video is pauses on the bench. But 210, pretty easy. I mean, nothing to write home about. But 4 pounds under my competition max, so that's cool. Afterwards, hit 180 for 3x6, which is a pretty big PR. I mean, it's only 5 pounds, but bench is my worst lift, and in the high ones, like in the 180 to 200 range, are usually where my it's like where like I'm what am I trying to say, like where my low reps are. So when I'm in that range for high reps, it feels good on the ego. Here's my 415 deadlift. Was really overanalyzing my deadlift today because you can see my hips like shift backwards right off the floor. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I'm probably just overthinking things, but I pull better with straps just because of the short range of motion. And you can see here my Snap City form with 380. I was just like, honestly, anything above 1 rep on deadlifts makes me want to kill myself. So I just like really try to rush these reps, which isn't good because you can see like my hips rise first, my lower back rounds way too much. I'm not really patient off the floor like I should be. You can see here, it's like they're moving really well. I'll give myself that. Like, I'll pat myself on the back for that one. But they're just really ugly. So it's kind of like a win-lose situation. But these moved pretty well. Coach told me to start doing like restarts after each rep, and that's really tiring. Don't like it. Don't like deadlifts for reps. They're dumb. And you're going to see the worst day of the entire month, which was this bench day, literally hit like nothing. If I had just gone to the gym and used the bar, I probably would have had a better workout than what I use here. I did 185 for 4 at an RP7. It was actually the worst set of 4 I've ever done in my life because it was so misgrooved. And like I was just like so out of it that I couldn't do it. I had like a speech to give this day, so I was like really, really scared. So it kind of got in my head. And then, I did this 4x5. I was going to sandbag it, but it actually turned out to be a good weight for this RPE range, which is kind of sad considering the fact that, 170 is like my 10 rep max. Maybe 11 rep max now. I don't know. But yeah, this was a bad day. But we're getting into the next day, which is Friday. And this was an alright day. I did 260 for a 3x3 at RP6. And you can see what I mean here. Like, my reps look really slow, but they're still well within the ballpark of the RP6. You can see all day today. On this day, I had problems with my knees shifting back and my elbows pushing the bar up on my neck, and I hate that because I hate having form breakdown on squats just because I'm really meticulous about my form. You can see on this 240 for back offsets that like my elbows kept rising up and my knees kept shifting back, and it kept putting me in a bad spot for my lower back and hip. And they moved really well. They just didn't they weren't up to par with like how I need my form to be. Like, I'm really a stickler for my form nowadays. I just really want them to look solid. Like, this last rep here was like bad. Like, look at this. Boom. That was, I even shook my head at the end because it was awful. Hit some low-key bench. Bench this day was not feeling good either. I don't know why. Every time after squats, my bench is just like not that good, just because of how like tight my quads are. And I've been slacking the past few days on like my recovery, so I don't really stretch that much at night or foam roll because I'm a college student. I like to go out and like do things, not sit at home, which probably need to do more of because got to be an adult sometime. But hit a bench, did sandbag these 165. It is what it is. Had somewhere to be. But the last day, which was the best day of the week, was today, Sunday. And that was like money. Like, I'm talking buku bucks. Like, the pause deadlifts were not good because I kept feeling some lower back pain, and I was like, what is happening? Like, this never happens. Like, I never have lower back pain. Turns out I just like was actually pulling with all my back. I wasn't using my legs at all. And so you can see like on the second or third rep here, like I start to use my legs. I'm like, oh, this is what I should have been doing the whole time. But it's just really hard for me to get the core tight before the lift, so I'm really trying to focus on that brace. Even though I didn't hit any like PRs on deadlifts today, I really felt happy, especially with this set of 370 here. I feel like I really attacked this weight and I kept form the whole time, and that's just really a big win for me because like you can see like the whole time I'm like just keeping the intensity, keeping the positions, and it's just really a good sign that I'm on the right track. So that's good. It's good. And the glorious part, like the most glorious part of this workout was this 223 count pause bench. Now, I bet you're wondering, Tristan, why is your 3 count pause bench better than your competition bench or touch and go bench? And you know what? That's a really good question because I don't know. It just is sometimes, And so I was really excited about this. 220 for 3 count is like big considering that's 10 pounds under my regular max with the touch and go. So like, I felt pretty good after that one. And then I did 3x6 at 185, which is another 5-pound PR from what I hit Tuesday. And these felt really good. The problem is on the reps, like, my shoulder starts to feel it near the end of the set. So, like, my form breaks down a little bit. But I've really focused on keeping everything tight, like flexing my quads as hard as I can and, like, really pulling the bar into me. And that's just helped a lot. But that was my training week. Wasn't the best. Wasn't the greatest. But we still put the work in. That's all you can really ask for. 5 weeks out. Starting next week, and next week I have deload, so that should be fun. Well deserved deload. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week. Peace.